What's up, dudes? It's Pat, and welcome back to another video.
Hey, guys.
I thought Cloud was going to want to stay for the intro.
It looks like you did not.
So today, dudes, we are actually having an amazing vlog for you guys.
It's actually a really weird vlog. We have a horrible story to tell you.
No, it's like it was horrible, but it's like one of those stories I'm going to tell people for the rest of my life. Like, it's so weird. If you follow us on Twitter, you already know. So I posted about a week ago. We went to give blood, right?
Yeah, just a normal routine blood exam.
You know, they were just going to, like,
stab us with the needle and drain our blood.
And that's exactly what happened. Sort of. Actually, it didn't happen to me. But, yeah, we were there, and then, we kind of passed out.
Yeah, so, rewind like 7 years ago, I actually did pass out while they were donating? No, while they were taking my blood.
Oh, they were donating to you? So, yeah, we thought that because Jen was looking at it while they were doing it, like seeing the blood, we thought that's why she passed out.
Yes, apparently no, because I was not looking this time. And I still passed out.
So this is what happened. I'm gonna just go through the entire story. Plus, guys, we actually have footage. It's amazing.
It's so scary and creepy.
I'm like creepily looking at the wrong part of the camera at the same time. It's so sick. So you're gonna see that in a minute. But this is what happened. So we went to give blood because we wanted to find out, are we healthy? We were gonna, like, I haven't been to the doctor in 5 years. I could be dying for all I know.
Who knows?
I still don't know, by the way. But this is what happened. So Jen was gonna go first. She was gonna give blood, right?
Yeah.
So I actually was like, maybe I should go first. She's like, no, because I passed out last time. I'll go first.
That was a bad idea.
It was a really, really bad idea. So we told the lady she's passed out before, and she's like, oh yeah, it'll be just fine.
It'll be just fine. We'll be done in no time.
So she started taking the blood, and she's like, wow, you might be
my new favorite patient. And then 10 seconds later, I was like, I don't feel so good. And then I passed out.
I know, it was scary. I've never seen anything like it before. I felt sick after, because Jen was just there like
this. That's how I felt. You looked like a ghost, or like you looked dead. No, your lips were white.
I didn't even know that you passed out, because I thought you were just giving a goofy face. What? You were like this, right? You were giving the blood, then all of a sudden you're like. But then, oh my God, her lips turned white.
Yes.
White.
Yes.
Scary.
You were even paler than normal, guys. Mind blown.
Is that even possible? Could have tried out for the Twilight movie. So the lady was like, oh, go get her some water. I was like, oh God, I ran in there.
There's all people waiting in the waiting room.
That's where people wait.
Yes.
And I was like, she passed out. And I grabbed the water and ran back in. And Jen was conscious when I got back.
You should have just like thrown it right in my face.
She probably would have drowned.
Wake up.
So Jen was conscious, but like barely when I got back. So you were only unconscious for maybe 30 seconds.
Yes, and then I started hearing a strange man's voice. I'm like, that does not sound like Pat's.
Yeah, so there was another guy there. He was holding her head up because she couldn't like keep it.
Yeah.
Pretend you're dead.
Okay.
The other way.
Oh.
This way. And he was holding it like this. And I came back and I was feeding her the water.
Yes.
And she's like, yeah. So they were like, do you want some water? She's like, yeah, I have some water.
No, but then I was fine. Like 5 minutes later, I was fine, and then I was like, can you just finish me? Just take the rest of my blood, please.
And she's like, I can't do that. I can't, don't make me do that. That's what she said. She said, don't make me do that. Because the poor people there have, you know, they've experienced it before, but they have not experienced what you're going to hear next.
Yes.
No one has.
No.
So the thing was, Jen passed out, and I was like, oh God, that means I'm going to pass out. And I was freaking out.
He was already starting to look pale. He was sweating. I could see he was nervous.
I was so nervous. And I've given blood before just fine. And then, okay, so I went down to the seat. They put you in this, like, electric chair, basically.
Yes, they
like,
strap you down.
They strap you down. And I was like, okay, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to pass out. But then I was like, you know, should I stop it? I'm like, no, I don't want to be a baby about it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the lady, she takes the thing, she shoves it into my vein. She's like...
before she was even in, you're like, are you taking my blood yet? She's like, I'm not even in you yet.
Okay, I couldn't look. Okay, this is what I was doing. I'm going to tell you exactly what I was doing. So I was like, she was over here, and I didn't want to look at her, because I didn't want to see anything. So I was just like...
Are you done yet?
And then I said, I had my arm over here, I was like, do you get some blood yet? You get some blood? And she's like, I haven't put it in you yet. And then she puts it in, right?
Yes.
And she's like, it's in, but for some reason, no blood's coming out.
Yes.
She said it's directly in the vein, no blood's
Nothing's coming out.
I think the blood in my body just froze.
Yeah.
As I was like dying.
Oh my God.
I was turning white, so she put it in, she couldn't get it out, and after that, she took it out, I was like, no, then I said, are you gonna put it in the other arm now?
Yeah.
And then
you passed out.
Then I said, I don't think I'm feeling so good. I don't think I'm feeling so good.
And I had to grab his head.
So I had told her beforehand, record it. if
Yes.
I pass out. So the footage will pop up right now.
It's okay.
Yes. We do not accept insurance.
You want some water? It's okay.
Mike! I need you.
Did you enjoy that?
Oh, I can't even watch it. It scares me.
Like,
Oh, I do not like seeing you like that.
Like, I knew that I was gonna pass out, so I was like, just record it so we
Yeah.
can get the footage. But she didn't record the whole thing because it was starting to look cruel.
It was just, it was creepy.
So this is where things got really funny. So apparently, I didn't know this, but I passed out twice.
Yeah, you came back. You were back for like 10 seconds, and then you passed out again.
I didn't even know that that had happened. So once I was back, I think you said like, "Can you hear me?" or something.
Yeah.
And I said yes. And then I said, "You finish?" I didn't even know I passed out. I thought they got all the
They
blood.
didn't take any blood.
I never got any blood taken, and I passed out. So Jen's was likely from taking the blood.
Yeah, because they were taking so much, it was just spewing out.
Me, I don't know. So I never knew I passed out. I was like, did you finish? And they're like, you didn't start. I'm like, oh. And then I lifted my hands up. There was sweat everywhere.
Yes.
So I was
So much sweat.
And then within a couple minutes, I was feeling okay.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, I feel good.
Feel good.
And then 2 minutes later, I said to Jen, I think I'm gonna have to sit here for about 30 minutes. And then a couple of minutes later, I was like, can you call them back in? No, but apparently when I passed out and then like passed out a second time, they had already called an ambulance for me.
Yes, they did.
But when I got back, they asked me about that, and I was like, oh,
Cancel it. So they canceled it.
So I was like, I'm not going to an ambulance.
So we were there for like 2 hours. I actually had to go. I ran on over to Subway. I bought us some subs because we were actually fasting for the test. And so we were pretty hungry, and I thought he should probably eat something.
Hungry.
Or I was starving. So I fed it. I fed him like a little baby, and he had food like all over his whole body.
There was food
There was
everywhere.
lettuce and everything.
I was like, they told me I had to
So
eat.
sad.
They said I had to eat. And I didn't want to eat. I actually moved to another room so that I could lay down because I was like, I don't feel good. Can I go somewhere to lay down, please, please? And okay, this is the weirdest thing that ever happened. Like that feeling of when like a hand falls asleep. My whole body was covered in this feeling. My face, my nose.
Goodness.
And then like I started shaking.
Oh.
And I was like sitting there, and I was like, I hope I'm gonna feel better soon.
But you never did.
And no, wait, we didn't get that far yet.
No. Back up.
Back up a little bit here. They said no one has ever passed out and not felt better after.
Yeah, because I felt fine after. I was just starving.
Oh yeah, she was like,
I scoffed down that stuff.
and she was like, give me that pee cup. I'm heading to the bathroom right.
Take my blood. Finish me off.
But they wouldn't do that.
They wouldn't do
we actually
it.
had to go back the next day for that.
Yes.
But I was feeling so bad that it was the place had already closed and I was still laying there.
No.
So I was like, okay, just call the ambulance.
That was like the last resort.
Because I was barely conscious. Like I could barely tell what was going on. I was like,
He looks awful.
I was
guys.
like this
He looks awful.
for like 2 hours. I didn't know what was going on. Then the ambulance came, and there were like 15 people.
There was a lot of people.
There was a lot of people, and they were asking me all kinds of questions, and I was so out of it. They asked me my phone number. I said, I don't remember what it is.
Oh my God.
That was how messed up I was. So, and I blame you, and I blame the people that work there for feeding me that sub.
They told me you needed food.
Then I threw up on the way to the hospital. They drive
They were
crazy.
driving like maniacs.
They got there in like 20 seconds.
It was like 15 minutes away the hospital. They got there in 2 minutes.
It was-
How? How did they get there in 2 minutes?
I was bouncing all over the place. It was crazy. There's all kinds of tubes and stuff in me. They were giving me water and stuff. I had drank. I had drank.
But you said you felt a little better after you released the vomit.
After I was like, "Ugh." We didn't get that on video. I'm so sorry, everybody.
You're
Sorry.
welcome, actually.
So Jen, she actually got to ride in the ambulance,
Oh
which
yeah,
was cool.
that was an experience like no other.
With like 15 other people in there. It was like the whole town was there. They were worried about me, obviously. So we got to the place. I was feeling a little bit better. They put me in a room, and then they did like a bunch of tests on me. They like checked my heart. They took blood again.
And then they said, "You're fine. Get out of here." That's exactly what they said.
That's exactly what they said. I was like dead. We're gonna have another.
Pat's like, "I don't want to leave yet. I still feel sick. You have to get out." No joke. That's what they said.
That's exactly what they said. And another clip will pop up right now. And in that one, I was just like laying there dead, basically.
You look better in that one, though. A little better.
Slightly better. And then 5 minutes after that clip, they told me to leave. Get out of here right now. So they tried to give me some food and drink. I was like dead. I wanted to sleep. Is what I was like, maybe I can sleep through this. And we saw like 10 different doctors, right?
Yes.
Everyone said, "You're fine, time to get moving." And I was like, well, can I just like sit here and rest for a little bit? They're like,
no.
They said, actually? No. They said that. They said, actually? No, you can't.
Oh, man.
So, they actually, no, you can't here. Let me get a wheelchair to wheel you out of the hospital. That's what they said.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
And I was like, I am not taking a wheelchair. And I was like, all the way to the Uber. All the way to Uber. And I had my throw-up bag with me. And I was like, I'm sorry, Uber. I'm sorry. So I went home. I was like, as I was waiting for Uber, I was kind of like, I looked like Gollum. I was out there. And so we didn't have our car because we went to the hospital. So we went home. I laid down. I ate some raspberries.
And the raspberries cured you.
After 4 hours, the raspberries cured me miraculously. So then, we took Uber again. We Ubered back to where our car was in the middle of the night, which looked creepy that we even went to.
Yes.
Take us to the middle of that park. Take us to the middle of that parking lot now.
So sketchy.
So he brought us there in the middle of the night. It was like, I don't know, like 1 in the morning or something.
Yeah.
And then, we had our car.
What did we do?
I think we went to Walmart and got some food.
So too, yeah. We were starving.
But after that, I mean, I honestly didn't record videos for a couple days after that. I didn't feel good, but luckily we had videos for you guys, so you missed
nothing.
We
were ahead.
We were ahead on videos, but I mean, that's pretty much the story. They said they've never had 2 people come before and both pass out. And
We're just perfect for each other.
We're both
We're
like,
so weird.
I love you. But basically, guys, that's pretty much all there is to the story. Like, so many people asked on Twitter, can we tell them what happened? That's what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
It was really, really awful. All I'm gonna do is, if you happen to be new to the channel and this is the first video you ever saw, definitely subscribe. Also, leave a comment down below saying that you subscribed. I will comment to as many of you guys as I possibly can. We truly appreciate the amazing support on the channel. We love every single one of you dudes.
Yes, we do.
And don't worry, guys. I am 100%. I feel better. No problems.
But he's never giving blood ever again. Like, ever again. Pat! Wake up!
I'm just joking, but dudes, thank you so much for the amazing support on the channel, and we'll see you dudes next time.